Alright guys, before I start this video, if you want to get cheap games on Steam, go to g2a.com. I have a link in my description of this video and in the comment section of this video. Now on to the video. Now, I have to give a warning. If you are a big Danny Garcia fan, you might want to click out of this video. If you're Puerto Rican, you definitely want to click out of this video because I'm going to let Danny Garcia have it. Now, Danny Garcia is about to face Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios. You know, Brandon Rios is completely shot, right? You guys understand this, right? Brandon Rios was washed up when he got knocked out by a body shot against Tim Bradley. Now, Tim Bradley has about 2 KOs. Tim Bradley has about 2 KOs. Tim Bradley is a guy who's known for not having no punching power, right? But, and mind you, Brandon Rios was a guy who was known for taking a lot of punishment, right? He's one of those type of fighters that fight like Antonio Margarito. I think he even once said that his style is like Antonio Margarito, which explains why he's so washed up now and he's only like 30 years old. Because he fights like Antonio Margarito, like Antonio Margarito used to do in his prime, where he comes forward, he has no defense, he smiles when he gets hit with left hooks all night. But that style doesn't last long in boxing. If you notice, a lot of people who fight that way, they're washed up by the time they're in their 30s. I mean, Arturo Gatti was washed up by the time he was in his 30s. What's his name? Look at how fast Antonio Margarito got washed up. When Antonio Margarito fought what's his name? Paul Williams and Miguel Cotto, he was like 28. Fast forward, by the time he was 30, he was washed up. And the same thing goes for Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios fought this style where he came forward with no defense, was getting hit with everything but the kitchen sink by his opponents, and now he's washed up. He was so washed up that he got knocked out with a body shot against Tim Bradley, a guy with 2 KOs. And he looked like he looked terrible in that fight against Tim Bradley. I remember watching that fight live, and I thought to myself, "Did he shot, dude? This was 2 years ago." So, since then, Brandon Rios has fought once. Since losing to a feather-fisted Tim Bradley, he's fought once against a bum, and he didn't look that good against him, by the way. Now he's facing Danny Garcia. Now, Danny Garcia, I know what you guys are going to say. Well, he came off a loss. Yeah, but it was against a world-class fighter like Keith Thurman. Why is he fighting Brandon Rios? You want to know why? Because he's a cherry picker. Danny Garcia, after the minute Errol Spence Jr. defeated Kell Brook to become the IBF welterweight champion of the world, he called out Danny Garcia. He called him out. He called him out. And you want to know what Danny Garcia did? He said nothing. He pretended he never saw that interview of Errol Spence Jr. calling him out, because he's a punk. So he pretended it didn't happen. And you want to know what happened? The funny thing was, though, he didn't see Errol Spence Jr. calling him out. But the minute Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, literally that same day, he tweets, "Alright, I want to fight you, Jeff Horn, next." He even posts on his Instagram that he wants to fight Jeff Horn. So, for 2 months, he pretended that he didn't see Errol Spence Jr. calling him out on interviews, on video. But within a day of Jeff Horn beating Manny Pacquiao, oh, he didn't see that. Oh, no, he saw that, right? So, he didn't see Errol Spence calling him out, but he saw Jeff Horn win a gift decision against Manny Pacquiao, and he was very eager to get that fight. So he was ducking. I made a video on my original channel too saying he was ducking Errol Spence for Jeff Horn, and now he's fighting this low-level guy called Brandon Rios, who shot. Listen, man, this guy's a disgrace to Puerto Rico, man. He really is. I made a video saying he should look at somebody like Felix Trinidad, a great Puerto Rican fighter like Felix Trinidad, and take notes from him, because, you know, Felix Trinidad was a guy who fought everybody. I mean, he fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought Oscar de la Hoya in his prime. Fernando Vargas in his prime. And you want to know what he did? He moved up to a middleweight and Do you think he just fought like a bum at middleweight? No, he actually thought to himself, and mind you, Felix Trinidad was a guy who turned pro at 147. But he thought to himself, you know, I want to be great, so let me move up to 160 and fight the best middleweight out there, which was Bernard Hopkins at the time. And he fought him. And he lost to him, but the point was he fought him. Even when he came back, he fought Winky Wright back in like, what, 2005? Back then, Winky Wright was the best 154-pound fighter in the world. So even when he left boxing for 4 years after he lost to Bernard Hopkins, even when he came back, he immediately fought somebody. After he beat Ricardo Margo, he immediately fought one of the best guy at 154, which was Winky Wright, or Ronald Winky Wright. So this is a guy who was constantly challenging himself, you know, and they want to claim, because you see the Garcia is always claiming that, well, Danny Garcia is the best. I saw Angel Garcia, his father, say that his son Danny Garcia was the best Puerto Rican fighter to come out of Puerto Rico. No, he's not. He's a punk. He's scared to fight Errol Spence Jr., man. He's afraid of him, and he's cherry picking this easy fight, which in Brandon Rios, and I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be easy work. You're gonna see Brandon Rios get lit up in that fight. He's gonna be lit up like a Christmas tree. Lit up, dude. Lit up like the 4th of July, man. He's gonna be getting lit up. Lit up. And he's gonna get knocked out. I predict round 6. KO. Easy work. You're not going to give... People are going to be saying in their post-fights, man, this was a demolition job. Brandon Rios got his ass whooped because he was shot against Danny Garcia. Oh, let me guess. But this is a good fight stylistically. Who cares? Brandon Rios is shot. It would be a good fight if Brandon Rios wasn't shot, but he's shot. He's a punching bag. He's a punching bag. Brandon Rios is a Mexican-American punching bag. And he's going to get lit up by this Puerto Rican cherry picker. And I'm out.